very special and honored guest. We're so blessed to have him with us. Because of him, we have Kwanzaa to begin with. Of course, he's the professor and chair of the Department of Africana Studies, Cal State University, Long Beach, the chair of the organization US and the National Association of Kawaida Organizations. And he, of course, is the creator of Kwanzaa and then Nguzo Saba, and the author of the definitive book, Kwanzaa, A Celebration of Family and Community and Culture. He joins us again, and we greet him as we all should greet one another every day this week with the question, what's the news? Habari, Gani, Dr. Maulana Karenga.
Ujamaa, Reverend Masimela. Habari, Gani, and Heriza Kwanzaa to all of us. The fourth principle of Kwanzaa is Ujamaa, cooperative economic. And the text tells us and urges us to build and maintain our own stores, shops, and other business, and to profit from them together. This is a compelling call to practice the principle of shared work and shared wealth in the world. It begins with a call to build and maintain economic institutions, and by extension, engage economic practices that address our needs and aspirations and represent our best values. And certainly the central values here are cooperation for good and the collective sharing of that good. It teaches us that we are family, and the motto which Kwanzaa raises and then Nguzo Saba teaches is the family and community harvest. To harvest the good, we plan and then plant the promising fields of our lives and future together. We cultivate them together with loving care. We harvest them together with hope and anticipation of abundance. And we joyfully share the good we have created together and consciously set aside seeds of good for the future. Look at the motto for Kwanzaa, the harvest celebration, the first fruits. We plant and plant the fields together, right? We cultivate them with love and care together. We harvest them, right? And we joyfully share them. And we also conscientiously set aside good for the future. What a beautiful concept, right? But it's a shared good, shared work, and shared wealth. Moreover, the principle of Ujamaa speaks to a sense of kinship that we as Africans must feel for each other and the world, right? We must be at one with the world, at one in the world, not in opposition to the world, either to other people or to the environment. We seek peace, a just peace. We seek a world in which people are secure in their own culture, in their own lives, right? The root word of the Ujamaa is Jamaa, which means family. Thus, this principle urges us to engage in economic practices which recognizes and respects our kinship with other humans in the world. It thus opposes activities which exploits and oppress others and damages the world. Furthermore, as a cooperative pursuit of common good, Ujamaa is profoundly concerned with an egalitarian distribution of wealth and good in the world, and with care for the poor and the vulnerable. Indeed, the Hosea says that we must measure our moral quality. Any society must measure its moral quality by how it treats its most vulnerable. In fact, the Hosea says also, we are given wealth so we can do good with it. And the Odu Ifa, sacred text, teaches us that anyone who cultivates a disposition for doing good, especially for the needy, this person in particular will never lack happiness. Thus, the ethical understanding of our traditional text and the awesome insight of our ancestors urges us beyond the crass consumerism of the marketplace, the isolated, vulgar individualism, and the market-driven madness of acquisitiveness, posing as a substitute for actual and longed-for freedom. And it encourages us instead, by these teachings, that we are to find meaning in our lives by searching after Ma'at, searching after that which is good for the world and all the people in it, speaking truth and doing justice, opposing injustice, caring for the vulnerable, and being responsible to and responsible for others in the world. And therefore, the sacred text says that we are the Hosea, sacred text of ancient Egypt, our ancestors. It says that we must be a father for the, that we must give food to the hungry, water to the thirsty, clothes to the naked, and a boat to those without them. That we should be a father for the orphan, a mother for the timid, a refuge for the poor, a raft for the drowning, and a ladder for those trapped in a pit of despair. That we should, in fact, be a shade for the orphan and a helper for the widow, and one who speaks for the wretched, a sister unfortunate, and aids the oppressed by their excellent and liberating deeds. This is our heritage. We do ourselves honor by embracing it and taking it. For this is good not only for us in our time, this is good not only to honor our ancestors, but it is good for us and our children and generations that come after us. In fact, the text says by Hira, the priest Hira, I did all these good things for the vulnerable and for my city and for my country because, quote, my reward for this is being remembered by my virtue. That is to say, for the good I've done. And another says, I did it because I knew it would be a storehouse for future generations. Let us then all, in a Ujamaa fashion, store up the good, not only in honor of our ancestors and for our own needs, but also to ensure a good future for all the generations that come after us.
Around here, it's Kwanzaa all the time. African people, Nguzo, Saba 365. Umoja, Kuchi Chakalia, Ujima, Ujamaa, Nia, Kaumba, Imani. Kwanzaa, baby, yeah, that's what's up. Kwanzaa, baby, yeah, that's what's up. Around here, it's Kwanzaa all the time. African people, Nguzo, Saba 365. Umoja, Kuchi Chakalia, Ujima, Ujamaa, Nia, Kaumba, Imani. Kwanzaa, baby, yeah, that's what's up. Kwanzaa, baby, yeah.